Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I do give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rekal HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutation to the hopefully elect who are scattered in the four winds of the earth. Again, shalom, my brother Kapasha. Tabernacle 4443 coming to you once again with a brief lesson, Lord willing, it'll be edifying. I was just sitting here thinking about the Lord's return, and he's coming in what the world ignorantly call UFOs, and spaceships, flying saucers, things of that nature. Because but we understand that they are chariots, the elect men and the brothers that are teaching the 100% truth, the elders and apostles, with the elders and apostles and bishops of Great Millstone right on down, and all the GMS camps and the ones that's teaching the same doctrines, the affiliates. We know that they are chariots, you see, and those are the vehicles of our salvation, and we're looking forward to the Lord's return. We're looking forward. We don't want to be here another 5 years, another 4, 3, 2, 1. Even now, you see, we're ready to, this righteous rulership. We're ready for the kingdom to be established. But we know we got to go through these last prophecies, and that's why we are here doing this work. We're chanting this wicked kingdom down. We're not going to begin to stop until Jerusalem is appraised on the earth. Right now, Jerusalem is looked down upon because Jerusalem, Israel, is a people before it's a place, and what it consists of, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. All right, and but the Lord, when He comes back, He's not going to come back all friendly and all lovey-dovey. He's not going to come back in with humility. And you're not going to be able to humiliate Him as you did before. He's not coming back to preach anything to you. He's coming back as a superpower. He's not going to come back to meet you as a man for the wickedness and that you have done upon His people. First and foremost, 2/3 of our people said, crucify him, when He walked the earth, when He was, teaching His disciples and telling them about, preaching the kingdom of heaven is at hand and such, and showing them kingdom works while He was healing the sick, causing the blind to see and things of that nature. You see, and it reads here, let me bring this out. This is the book of Isaiah 47:3, which reads, Thou nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. You see, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet you as a man. That's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua coming back. And He's not going to be an ordinary man where you can humiliate and push around and kill and destroy as you did before. But the Lord raised Him up. We know that you did not destroy Him, because He's right now sitting on the right-hand seat of the throne of the Father. You see, he has His body of immortality, and He's coming back when the Lord gives Him the the okay to come back. And also too, we know that wickedness has spread all over the earth, because the earth has been given in the hands of the wicked. You see, in America, aka Babylon, the great nakedness has been exposed, and all the nation are seeing your wickedness, and you are the cancer of the earth, America. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, beginning with the nobles, the elites on this side, beginning with the Rothschilds and all the big bankers and such. You see, the Lord, your nakedness have been exposed, and all the countries are going to, come against you. You see, because they don't want you to rule unjustly anymore, because you have made treaties and broke them all. You have made promises, and you have not fulfilled any of them. Not one of them have you fulfilled. All right, so it says here, Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. The Lord is going to take vengeance on you, America, aka Babylon the Great. And you starting with the elites, the nobles, the governments, all of this is going to go down. And the elect man, we can't wait. We can't wait for this to go down. We're not looking for 5 years. We're not looking for 5 years of this wicked rulership. We want this rulership to go down. We're not looking for 4, 3, 2, not even 1 year of rulership any longer, because we know that this earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, pursuant to Job 9:24. You see, all right. And we also understand right here in our First Maccabees. Let me get it. First Maccabees, when wickedness began to increase upon the face of the earth. Let's get that. Let's get that. All right. It says here. It says here in Maccabees. Let's see. Let me see if I can find it. And it says here, and there came out a wicked rule. Okay, hold on. I'm going to find that. They put crowns upon themselves. Where is that at? Years. I'm going to get it in a few minutes. Bear with me. Sad. I can't find it. And there came out of them. This is First Maccabees. Let's try First Maccabees. Oh yeah, here it is. First Maccabees 1:9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them. Many years and evils were multiplied in the earth. Right after, Alexander the Great, died, and his 4 generals put crowns upon themselves, divided, territories and such, and then they put crowns on their sons and their grandchildren and on and on. That was when, wickedness began to increase on the earth. That was the beginning of wickedness increasing upon the face of the earth. You see, it was multiplied in the earth, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes. You see, and he did very wickedly. But also too, let's talk about how the Lord is coming back. See, he's not going to meet you as a man, Esau, Edom, you so-called white man. You who are in rulership today, we understand that, and that's why we make these lessons. We want to encourage our people, you so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American, Indians. We want to encourage y'all to keep the plow, keep this plow in your hand, keep doing this work, because there's reward in this work. You see, and you're not going to get the reward if you take your hand off the plow. You got to keep your hand on the plow and stay hot and be enthusiastic about doing this work. You see, keep praying and ask the Lord to keep His Holy Spirit upon you so you can do this work. That's what it's all about. It's doing this work, Israel. Let's go with it. Let's go. You see, it says here in Isaiah 66:15, it reads, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire." So that tells you right there, the Lord's not going to, when he comes back, he's not going to meet you as a man. He's not going to meet Esau and all the armies of this world, of these nations, as an ordinary man. He coming back as a superpower. He coming back in chariots that the world even call UFOs and spaceships. You see, he's coming back in a spaceship. Let's use that term, okay? So you can better understand it. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots," which the word even called spaceships, but we say chariots, the great men of GMS, right on down in the local camps, "like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury." his righteous anger. You see, his indignation, which is his righteous anger. He's going to bring justice. He's going to bring payback. He's going to bring retribution on these heathen nations that have oppressed and his people, the apple of his eye. You see, and what they have done to him. And every eye is going to see Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, when he comes back, when he in the midst of World War III. Let me get it. Every eye is going to see Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahushua, his son. You see, when he comes back, and they're gonna be so afraid. You see, all right. Let's get that. That's Revelation, I believe, 1:7. I'm gonna get it. Lord willing. It says here, yes, right. Revelation 1:7 reads, "Behold, he cometh with clouds." That's those UFOs. That's the chariots that we were just speaking of in Isaiah 66. He said, "And every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him." You see, that entails of reincarnation, regeneration. You see, those terms are used synonymous, Israel. You see, it means to back again in the flesh, so to speak, reincarnation, regeneration. "Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen." You see, because they're going to, when he comes back and fill the sky, when block the sun out, with his chariots and all in his host of angels, his host of his army that's come back to fight, and with including Michael Allah. You see, the archangel coming back to fight, and coming back to do much destruction. He's not coming to plead and beg and to teach. He's coming back in a furious way. He's coming back with righteous anger, Israel. Now let me go back to Isaiah 66:15 again, and read it from the top. It says, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire." Those are going to be the concentrated fire coming out of those nuclear missiles. That's going to be coming. That also it's going to entail coming out of the those ICBM nuclear missiles. You see, because those missiles are going to get shot off. The Lord, the Lord, he created the smith. Let me get that in Isaiah 54:16. Let's go there real quick and bring that out. It's here. Here it is. Isaiah 54:16 reads, it says, "Behold," it means to look. "I created the smith." Who created the scientists that blow at the coals? Who created the scientists that was, he gave them the mindset, the intelligence, the mentality, the concrete mind to put all those, do that, engineer those physics and to create atomic weapons and nuclear missiles weapons. Who knew physics that well, you see, and the elements, how to put elements together to make an explosion that could destroy worlds. You see, who gave them that intelligence? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gave it to them. You see, because he says here, he said, "Behold, I." Who's that I? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is that I. He created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. You see, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. Those ICBM nuclear missiles, Israel. "And I have created the waster to destroy." Who is the waster? Esau. Edom is the waster. He's the waster that the Lord created. He destroys everything that he put his hands on. And, if we leave him to himself, he would destroy himself. You see, if the Lord would have left Esau, Edom, he made them that way. They were made for destruction. They are the wicked. As it says in Job 9:24, the earth has been given into the hand of the wicked. You see, and now what is that? Malachi 1:4. You see, he's the wicked that the Bible speaks of. You see, we understand that, but these Christian pastors, they don't want to believe that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is that wicked that the Lord has, that the Lord has created. You see, they are created to be wicked, and they're going to be destroyed. So, all right. So this is what we have to look forward to. We have something great to look forward to, Israel, because the elect are going to be saved. You're not going to, you want to be in those chariots in that time. You see, you don't want to be left in your own mindset or in your own, with your own answers. You want to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Let me get that real quick in Proverbs. Let's go to Proverbs, because you got to trust in the Lord. If you don't trust in the Lord, you through. Let's go to Proverbs 3 and let's go to Proverbs 3 and 5 reads, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. And it shall be health to thy navel, and marrow to thy bones. You see, that's what trusting in the Lord would bring you, Israel. It would bring you salvation. But of course, you got to know the name. Let's get that real quick. Let's get Psalms 91. Let's go there, because the Lord's going to save the ones that call on his name. And we got to understand how this thing works, Israel. You got to know the name. And it reads here, it says here, and it reads here, let's start with Psalms 91 and 15, which reads, he shall call upon me. Who shall call upon me? The elect men are going to call upon Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. That's who we're going to call upon. And 1/3 is going to call upon Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And that's what we're going to call him. He's going to call him by his Hebrew name. We're not going to call him Yahweh, Yahuwah, Yeshua, Allah, Buddha, Jesus Christ. We're not going to call on those false names. Those names won't do anything for us. We're going to call on Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, his Hebrew name, the one that he's going to answer to, the one that he has his ears, open to. You see, it says, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. And the Lord's going to give us an answer. You see, he's going to answer. He's going to come to our rescue. This is what we trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. I will be with him in trouble. What trouble? In Jacob's trouble. When things really get bad, when there's no food, there's no resources, and you got people hunting for you, looking for you, ready to turn you in, Israel. Family members, your loved ones, so-called loved ones, so to speak. You see, they're going to want to, eat for themselves. They ain't going to want to do it. Even maybe your wife, maybe your children. You don't know. But the thing of it is, we got to continue to trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai for ourselves. You see, I would deliver him and honor him. That's what we can expect out of the Lord. He will honor us. He will deliver us. This is what we believe. This is why we put our faith in him at all times. It reads on, it says, with long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. The Lord's going to bring us into a safe place for salvation. He's going to give us that body of immortality. That's why we put our trust in him. But if you don't know his name, Israel, you don't have a chance. You don't have a chance as a snowball in hell, so to speak. Doesn't have a chance to survive. It's going to melt. All right. So with that, I hope you were edified to some degree. Lord willing, you were edified. I'm gonna end it right there. But before I end it, I must give all honor and all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem. We call HaKodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, from whom I've learned this 100% truth. Salutations to the hopeful elect who are scattered in the four corners of the earth. Again, Shalom.